Hello everybody, it is second week of August, so I'm going to do another state of the garden video. The Oriental lilies, the stargazer lilies, are winding down. I hate that they have such a short season. I wish they rebloomed, but you know how that goes. The Rose Campion's still doing well, even though I haven't been deadheading it. It's at this point, it's beyond deadheading. At this point, I would have to spend about 2 hours out here deadheading. Maybe I'll be able to enlist my husband to help me so I can get new blooms on these. But everything's doing quite well in this front garden area. Daylilies are done. The crocosmia that I planted recently has started blooming. This little orange one up front hasn't opened yet, but it's got blooms on it. I haven't added anything to that bed since the last State of the Garden video, so that's really not that big of a deal. Whoop! Stepped on the cat. Sorry, kitty. So not really focus on this one. Just gonna show a couple things that I have added in here. I have a large new area for planting crops next year. I'm probably going to try my corn here instead of in a bed next year, instead of in my raised bed, because this area gets a lot more sun. My corn did produce corn ears, and I'm leaving them on as long as I can so they can get as big as possible. But they definitely didn't get very tall. And that's what I was expecting, because they don't get much sun. But next year, I'll plant them there instead. Let's see here. This was something I added recently. It's just a couple of small cattle panels. And I stuck them in here using I bent them and then drove a couple of rebar pieces into the ground and used them as the framework to hold them in place. And the honeydew, not honeydew, I always try to call them honeydew because that's what I originally planted, but the cantaloupe is climbing up it and the watermelon's climbing up it, and look! I'm getting blooms on my watermelon, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. I'm just having the hardest time with this watermelon. I also don't have any cantaloupes actually forming yet. Not that I see anyhow. Doesn't mean they're not there. It just means I'm not seeing them. But the cantaloupes are climbing, the watermelon's climbing, and I'm hoping I get some fruit from them. We'll see. The pond is losing a lot of water. And I know it's not a hole in the liner, so I'm pretty sure it's the fountain overspraying onto the rocks and causing the water loss. I'm gonna have to change the fountain head because I can't get that one to work. It's just too big for the little pond. So I'll change the head. I have a couple more that make smaller fountains, and I'll do that later when I get my other two plants. I have a couple more plants arriving. They were supposed to arrive yesterday. They didn't. I hope they're not lost. But hopefully they arrive today. It's skull marsh cap and a water lily, just a white dwarf water lily, so hopefully it won't get too big for my pond. It is a hardy variety, so I can leave it in all winter and not have to worry about it dying on me in the cold. But I fertilized the chameleon plant, and the little iris that's hiding down in there. I fertilized them both today so that when I get the two new plants, I can fertilize them whenever I put them in their soil and put them in the pond, and everything will stay on the same fertilizing schedule because pond plants need fertilizing every week. Every week. Ha! Oops! But I did it today, and I'll do it again every Saturday until it starts to get cold. This new bed, going back to it for a moment, my husband did it for me. I had absolutely no part in the construction of this. He laid down cardboard underneath, just right on top of the grass. He didn't pull up the grass. He left it, he laid cardboard, and then he put about, I don't know, 3 inches of this 3-way soil mix on top. And I'm going to let that chill until the springtime. And in the springtime, that cardboard will be decomposed enough for me to start putting plants. It's a nice no-dig approach to creating new garden beds. The only downside is that you have to wait for it to decompose enough to plant. And that's fine though. I mean, it rains so much here in the fall and the winter that it'll be good to go in the spring. And there's not really, I mean, there's plenty of things you can plant at this time of the year, but there's not much that I want to plant at this time of the year as far as food crop goes. So it'll be good. I'm excited about it next spring. Oh, it's gonna be so full. It's gonna look like a freaking jungle. Let's get a peek at these zucchinis. I'm having some blossom end rot issues, but I'm not going to do anything about that. Hi, zucchini. You're really close. Because this is an experiment bed. So whatever happens, happens. I'm trying to leave it all natural, but there's the blossom end rot. And there's one on the ground over there from the same issue. You can kind of see it. It just started rotting at the end, and that happens sometimes. It's a certain nutrient deficiency that causes that. I can't remember what it is. But that's happening. And so yeah, but I've got quite a few that aren't rotting. So maybe I'll get some zucchini after all. And that's pretty much it. I picked a bunch of beans earlier today from my bean plants that are down in there. And I'm excited to eat those tonight. And yeah, that's really it. I'm going to the nursery later today to try to find some stuff to put around my tree ring out front. It's difficult, that tree ring. I need something that enjoys dry shade. Dry shade. So that'll be fun. Either that or I need to get some sort of soaker system out there. I'm thinking paper plants. But we'll see. Maybe I don't know. That's why we're going to the nursery, so I can get some ideas. Anyhow, I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for watching the videos. I know I drone on, but hope they're helpful. Hope you get some ideas. And thanks for watching.